Welcome back to Singapore Property Talk Law. I'm Damien, your guide to all things Singapore real estate. And today we're joined by
Hi, everybody.
property expert Serene.
It's Serene. Great to be here.
Now, Serene, we are diving straight into the launch weekend of the Orie, the new condo in Toa Payoh.
Oh, yeah.
The numbers are out, and they're causing quite a stir.
That's right, Damien. The Orie was one of the most anticipated launches of 2025,
Yeah.
and it lived up to the hype. 86% of the units were snapped up over the weekend.
Oh, wow.
That's 668 out of 777 apartments.
Wow. Those are some impressive figures.
Yeah.
The last new private condo in Toa Payoh was Gem Residences back in 2016.
Yeah.
So I guess that pent-up demand really fueled the fire.
Definitely. And the average selling price?
Yeah.
$2,704 per square foot. A new record for the area. It shows the confidence buyers have in both the project and the location.
Speaking of buyers, who were the lucky ones securing a piece of the Orie, was it mostly local buyers or did we see a lot of international interest?
Good mix. Overwhelmingly, buyers were Singaporeans, about 93% signaling strong local confidence in the market. The remaining 7% were permanent residents coming from diverse backgrounds. China, Malaysia, Indonesia, the UK, Australia, and even one buyer from the United States.
Interesting. I know U.S. citizens get the same tax treatment as Singaporeans, but still, to see an American buyer jumping into the Singapore property market is intriguing.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if word is spreading about the stability and potential of Singapore real estate reaching those international investors.
Okay, let's unpack what drew buyers to the Orie. It's in Toa Payoh, a mature estate, so it's not exactly brand new territory.
Well,
What's the magic formula here?
convenience is king, Damien, and the Orie delivers that in spades. It's just a 5-minute walk from the Bradell MRT station, providing easy access to the rest of the island.
That's a huge plus in Singapore. Nobody wants to spend hours commuting in the heat.
Exactly.
But-
Plus, being in Toa Payoh means you're surrounded by amenities. The town center, HDB hub, SAFRA schools, healthcare facilities, and even the McRitchie Reservoir for nature lovers.
So it's a great location for both everyday needs and leisure activities. You mentioned HDB hub, which reminds me that a lot of buyers in mature estates are actually HDB upgraders.
You're right. For those unfamiliar with our system, HDB flats are government-subsidized apartments that a majority of Singaporeans live in. Upgrading to a private condo like the Orie is a common aspiration, especially for families seeking more space and amenities.
And speaking of amenities, the Orie seems to have gone all out to create a luxurious lifestyle experience. I was particularly drawn to that Dragon Playland you mentioned earlier.
Oh, it's fantastic. Taking inspiration from the iconic Toa Payoh Dragon Playground, it's a modern interpretation that's sure to resonate with both kids and adults who remember those childhood days.
Beyond the nostalgia factor, it also shows that the developers are really trying to connect with the local community and create a sense of place. But let's be honest, that Dragon Playland is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the Orie's facilities.
Oh, absolutely. There's something for everyone. A 50-meter lap pool, a tennis court gourmet pavilions for outdoor dining, a relaxation pool with a floating deck and spa coves. It's like having a resort right at your doorstep.
And let's not forget about the luxurious finishes and appliances. From what I've seen, they've spared no expense to create a high-end living experience.
The quality is evident throughout the development. You've got top-of-the-line brands like Hansgrohe, Duravit, Dietrich, and Samsung appliances, everything a discerning homeowner could ask for. They even included a wine chiller in the 5-bedroom units. Talk about luxury.
A wine chiller, huh? That definitely screams high-end living. But it's not just about luxury. They've also incorporated sustainability into the design.
That's right. The Orie has been awarded the Green Mark Platinum Super Low Energy Certification, which means lower utility bills for residents and a smaller environmental footprint. They've really gone the extra mile to create a sustainable living environment.
Okay, so we've established that the Orie offers a fantastic location, luxurious living, and a commitment to sustainability. But what about those price tags? $2,704 per square foot? That's a significant investment, even for a mature estate like Toa Payoh.
Yeah.
Let's break down those sales figures and see what we can learn about buyer preferences and the different unit types.
That's a great point, Damien. Let's dive into those details next. Looking at the sales data, it's clear that the Orie appealed to a wide range of buyers. The one-bedroom plus study units at around 517 square feet were a hit with investors.
Yep.
Probably due to that lower entry price point, starting from $1.28 million.
Makes sense. Investors are always looking for good rental yield.
Right.
And a smaller unit like that in a prime location could be very attractive to tenants. especially with that extra study room, which offers flexibility for a home office or guest room.
Exactly. Flexibility is key in a market like Singapore. Now, the 2 and 3 bedroom units,
Yep.
those were the real stars of the show, nearly selling out completely.
Wow.
These units catered to families and those HDB upgraders we talked about, offering more space and the lifestyle that comes with it.
The classic Singaporean dream, upgrading to a bigger space for the family. And with the Orie's amenities, it seems like they're not just getting a bigger apartment, but a whole new way of life.
Absolutely. The Orie offers that resort-style living that many families aspire to. Plus, being near top-rated schools like Pei Chun Public School and even Raffles Institution adds to the appeal for families.
Good schools are a huge draw, especially in Singapore, where education is so highly valued. It's a smart move by the developers to target both investors and families with their unit mix.
Speaking of smart moves, let's talk about the Orie's design. That origami-inspired architecture is quite striking, and it's not just about aesthetics. It's functional, too.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. How does origami translate into a residential building?
Well, the design helps maximize natural light and ventilation, which is essential in Singapore's climate. The angular folds and sleek lines create a sense of spaciousness and allow for those floor-to-ceiling windows offering panoramic views of the city.
So it's a fusion of form and function. And speaking of functionality, those high-end finishes and appliances are quite impressive. The Dietrich kitchens, Hansgrohe rain showers, Dervitt bathroom fixtures, it's all very top of the line.
They definitely didn't skimp on quality.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the brand names, it's about creating a luxurious and comfortable living experience. Even the smaller details, like having a separate wet kitchen for those who enjoy cooking with more aromatic ingredients,
Right.
show that they've thought carefully about the needs of Singaporean households.
A wet kitchen is a must-have for many Singaporean families, so that's a clever inclusion. And on top of all that, we have the smart home features and the Green Mark Platinum super low energy certification. It seems like they've really ticked all the boxes: luxury, sustainability, and technology.
They have, and that's reflected in the sales figures. But let's step back for a moment and consider the bigger picture. What does the Orie's success tell us about the current state of the Singapore property market?
That's the question on everyone's mind. Is this a sign that the market is heating up again?
It's certainly an indication of renewed confidence, especially after a period of cooling measures and economic uncertainties. The strong demand for the Orie shows that buyers are willing to invest in quality properties in desirable locations, even at a premium price.
But is this price sustainable in the long run? Could this success actually lead to further government intervention in the form of new cooling measures?
That's a valid concern. The government has been proactive in cooling the market in the past to ensure affordability and prevent a property bubble. So it wouldn't be surprising to see some policy adjustments if they perceive the market is overheating.
What kind of measures could we potentially see?
They could increase the additional buyer's stamp duty, or ABSD, for foreign buyers, and possibly even for Singaporean citizens buying their second or third property. This would make it more expensive to purchase multiple properties and could help curb speculative buying.
So those looking to invest in the Orie, or any property for that matter, should be aware that the rules of the game could change.
Exactly. It's important to stay informed and be prepared for potential policy shifts.
Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about Toa Payoh itself. With the Orie's success and the upcoming integrated development, could we be witnessing a renaissance of this mature estate?
It's certainly possible. We've seen similar transformations in other mature estates like Tiong Bahru and Queenstown, where revitalization efforts and new developments have attracted a new generation of residents.
So could Toa Payoh become the next trendy neighborhood? What are the factors that could drive this potential transformation?
Well, the integrated development is a major catalyst. Imagine having a 12-hectare sports and lifestyle hub right on your doorstep, a 10,000-seater stadium, an indoor sports hall, an aquatic center, a town park, a public library, and even a polyclinic.
Wow, that's quite a transformation. And it's all slated for completion in 2030, the same year. The Orie residents get to move in. Talk about perfect timing.
It's a game changer for Toa Payoh, and with the improved connectivity and amenities, the area is likely to attract more young professionals and families, further driving demand for housing.
So Toa Payoh is becoming more than just a mature estate. It's becoming a destination, a place where people want to live, work, and play. And the Orie seems to be right at the heart of this transformation.
Absolutely. But this raises an interesting question. What about those who are already living in Toa Payoh, particularly those in older HDB flats? How will this revitalization impact them?
That's a good point. Will they benefit from the upgraded amenities and the potential increase in property values, or could they face challenges like rising living costs and displacement?
It's a complex issue with both potential benefits and drawbacks. On the one hand, the revitalization could lead to improved living standards and a more vibrant community. On the other hand, there's the risk of gentrification and rising costs that could make it difficult for some residents to stay in the area.
So it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
The challenge for policymakers is to ensure that the benefits of this transformation are shared equitably and that no one is left behind.
exactly. And that's something we need to keep an eye on as Toa Payoh continues to evolve.
It's definitely a balancing act. Revitalization is great,
Yeah.
but it's crucial to ensure that everyone benefits, not just the newcomers. But let's shift our focus back to the Ori itself. We've talked about the location, the design, the amenities.
Right.
What really struck me were those unique touches that go beyond your standard condo offerings.
I know exactly what you mean, Damien. It's those little details that really elevate the living experience at the Ori. Those gourmet pavilions, for instance, aren't just about outdoor dining. They're designed to foster a sense of community, encouraging residents to connect and socialize.
It's like having an extension of your living room, but out in the open air. And what about that spice garden? That's not something you see in every condo.
It's a wonderful touch, isn't it? It speaks to that growing desire for a more holistic lifestyle, where residents can reconnect with nature and enjoy the sensory pleasures of growing their own herbs and spices.
It's all about creating that multisensory experience, a tranquil escape from the hustle and bustle of city life. And for those who prefer a more active lifestyle, the Ori offers a 50-meter lap pool, a tennis court, and a fully equipped gym overlooking the pool.
They've truly catered to a wide range of needs and preferences. And let's not forget about those smart home features, which add a layer of convenience and security that's highly sought after these days.
Absolutely. From controlling your appliances remotely to monitoring your home security via your smartphone, it's all about making life easier and more efficient.
And with the smart community features, residents can book facilities, pre-register visitors, and even access concierge services with just a few taps on their phone. It's like having a personal assistant at your fingertips.
The Ori really does seem to have it all. But stepping back, what does this development and its remarkable success tell us about the evolving preferences of Singaporean homebuyers?
I think the Ori's popularity highlights a shift towards a more holistic approach to living. Buyers are no longer just looking for a roof over their heads. They're looking for a complete lifestyle package.
A lifestyle package that includes convenience, connectivity, sustainability, and a sense of community.
Exactly. Buyers are willing to pay a premium for properties that offer a seamless blend of urban living and modern comforts without compromising on environmental responsibility.
It's clear that the Ori has tapped into this evolving mindset, and its success could very well inspire other developers to follow suit, raising the bar for condo living in Singapore.
I believe so. The demand for quality sustainability and a well-rounded lifestyle is only going to increase. And developers who can meet those expectations will be the ones who thrive in the years to come.
Well, on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the Ori and the Singapore property market. What a fascinating journey it's been. We've analyzed the impressive sales figures, explored the unique features that set the Ori apart, and delved into the broader trends shaping the market.
It's been a pleasure, Damien. I always enjoyed dissecting these market shifts and understanding what drives buyer behavior.
And I'm sure our listeners have gained valuable insights into the Ori and the Singapore property landscape as a whole.
I hope so. Whether you're a seasoned investor or a first-time homebuyer, remember that knowledge is power. Stay informed, do your research, and make decisions that align with your individual needs and goals.
Well said, Serene. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on Singapore Property Talk La. Until next time, happy property hunting.